Do you see this? Hi. Oh wow, it has been a while. I haven't stand in front of the camera, and I came, and as you can hear, even my voice is weird because I'm too tired. I have been kind of sick for almost 1 full month. The last week of August, I went with my family on weekend for some beach, and I wanted to be a super mama, so I decided to go and get a kayak, put my kids with me on the kayak, and let's go to make it a unique experience for them. Especially the place we went to, that they allow children to be on the kayak when they are under 7 years old, but on the parent-trust facility. So it's not anywhere you can find such an experience. But what happened, that cost me a broken foot. So I came today to give you all sweet mamas who are trying to be super moms, and you are working or studying or even both, that you are already super by trying your best to make your children's childhood a unique experience and happily memorable. So I came with a set of messages to help you also to have a happy, healthy motherhood experience, the time when you are trying to create a happy childhood for your kids. That I came from the depth of my heart, and I really want everyone to hear it while it's still fresh and I'm still living it. Either you are living it with me, or you are still thinking and planning to be a mom, or you are in the process of being a mom. So welcome to the world of super mamas. So my message number one is that, it's really rainy, and I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it is a heavy rain outside. Okay, so my message number one is about the motherhood life, as sweet as it is, as stressful and tough it is. You cannot imagine things before you become mom you will do until you become a mom. But you know what always make parent life felt like you live in hell is stress. You need to know that it is normal to feel stressed, but it's not good to continue living it, and it's not healthy at all to keep yourself under the stress. Find what triggers your stress and resolve it as soon as possible. If it is about cleaning up all the time, but the home is always messy and dirty, then you need to find solutions to help you to clean things around. Have less stuff at your home. You don't need to have everything in the store and everything your kids want to have all the time, and your home became kind of, how can I say that, kind of storage, messy storage. So this is one thing would help to release stress after knowing the trigger. The second thing about not being able to cook, or cooking and eating unhealthy food because of the limited time. So try to find the easiest healthy options, like for example subscriptions to food planners, food providers. Ask an assistant from someone to cook for you or help you on cooking. If you can enhance your partner to cook some days and you cook the other days, try to make your meal arranged. One other of stress trigger is what's happening at your work. Sometimes the bad, toxic or unhealthy working environment influence our family time and the time that we need to spend it happily with joy while we are living with our children. It came from what's triggering your stress and comes on your nerves when you are at work. So what is at work is at work. When you finish work, I know it's really difficult to separate what's happened at work, to just let the feelings there and come back home forgetting the feelings there, or what you have at home making you feel stressed, having a bad day, a sick child, you being sick yourself. Then you go to your work and not work like normal, nothing happened. So the feelings doesn't work this way. Actually, when we come to real life, feelings always affect us. When we are happy at home, that reflects on us when we go work, and when we are happy at work, that reflects on us when we are at home, and vice versa. Unfortunately, there is no line that I'm telling you, oh, knowing this line or putting these borders, that you can separate the feelings, what you feel at your work if it's negative, and how you separate it from your home. But try your best to do it. And the best advice I can say it for here to really reduce the negative effect that come from work environment or from having a bad day at home on the other side of your living and daily life is just let it go. One of the things that really triggers stress, especially for me, a mom of young children, a toddler, recently was a baby, but now she's a toddler, and having a son who just started school, kindergarten level, but still serious for me because he's my first son. Everything is new, and I don't know how to help my child to learn and go through school easily without being bullied, how to make challenges, how to help himself to study without my need always to be on top of him, how to he can prepare himself and catch the bus on time, all these things. So it's for me like it's funny to talk how they are stressful, but they are stressful. So what I would really recommend you that to take things as easy as possible. When you try to take things as easy as possible, it will help to accept things easier and move on. And try to forget, okay? Try to forget. One of the very important things when you have a toddler and young children, they get sick too many. Like you cannot imagine how you can spend almost all the year being sick, moving from another sickness to another sickness. You have flu, you have seasonal flu, you have COVID. Oh my goodness, COVID. I hate the time when we had COVID. Anyway, you have hand-mouth foot, then you have that mouth infection, then you have that eye infection, pink eyes. Like they are almost bringing all kind of sickness all the time, all the year long. And the worst time that hit usually for being sick with kids, it's during fall time, which is this time. And then winter, when it's too cold, they have the stomachache and not feeling well, feeling tired, sleepy, and eczema with very cold weather as what we have here in Montreal, where I'm sitting. I live right currently. Then and the spring with allergies and again similar sickness of fall, and sometimes in summer. So you always have these peaks in every season when everyone gets sick, and when you take care of them you get sick too. I don't want to spend too much time to explain how they get really sick, that you really need your time to sleep well, because when you are taking care of a sick child, you don't sleep well. You don't really sleep well, dear parent, and sometimes you have to bring them to the ER because of group virus, for example, that they need a cortisone to help them to breathe well, and they may sit even in the ER for more than one night. There are so many things that you need to know when the child gets sick, that it is okay to take a day off or a half day off or a week even off, because if you don't take care very well of yourself while you are taking care of a sick child, you will also get sick, and your performance at work and at home will be too bad. If you have a yelling boss, not understanding supervisor, very difficult and hard, impossible colleagues that they understand how a mom of young children life is or look like. And even some of them, they can be like you, a young mom, but they have maybe some people help them. Maybe they have a lot of money that they can hire someone to take care of their children that is not affordable for you, or you are that kind of mom that you cannot let your children for someone else to take care, which is similar to my situation. I really don't feel comfortable when my child is sick and I call someone to take care of my sick child just to go for work. I'm sorry. When you have a sick child, you have to sit with your child. That's it. If your partner can sit, it will be great, and you can replace the rules of work shift with taking care of your child. But if you cannot do it, don't go over yourself, because sooner or later, if you keep doing that, it will destroy your mental health, it will destroy your physical health, because having long feeling like stress and pressure for long term, it will really ruin your life happiness, your health, your well-being, mentally and physically. So this is the first message, like the about talking about stress and different triggers. I'm sure I'm not covering everything in this episode, but I'm trying to highlight the things that I'm right now living, and I think most of moms, they are struggling with, the moms that work and study. The second message is about trying your best to give yourself the time to take care of yourself, to sleep well, to shower well, to eat well, eat healthy, okay? Because when you don't spare the time for yourself that you need to have a happy, healthy inside, outside, that will affect the happiness of everyone, including you and your children. So prioritize your sleep. Try to sleep as much as possible when you are sleep deprived, and it's almost impossible to have one shot 8 hours minimum sleep without getting awake to do something. The thing that you need to learn very well to take care of yourself. Some people, especially when you're a student and you have to work in a certain class, a certain lab, research group, that you are committed for more than few months, and it is not healthy, and you have to keep going on until you finish your studies. You need to learn to ignore the negative energies around you and just focus on what you can do every single day and how that apply on making a progress. Since you are going to give yourself a bit time to take care of your own, to be able to go back again to your full performance, and you know that in any way, even if you tell your colleagues and your boss and your supervisor that you cannot make it because of a sick child, or you are tired, you need to sleep a little bit more, and you know, in any scenario they will let you feel negative, and they will show you not happy with your performance, or being absent or late, or canceling some duties because in a certain week or several days that you cannot make it on your best performance and working really full time on the regular working hours. Just let it go. Like either you really came over yourself and work when you are really tired, but it will end up that a messy work or not feeling happy, and maybe you miss something because you are tired. You cannot work properly when you are tired or when you are sick. So it's better that just to sleep well, to recover from your sickness or from you being tired and fatigued, and have a fresh start to perform the work well and fast. Then you go when you are tired and miss a lot of things, and maybe do even things wrong, which takes more time and more money and more effort, and you need more time to recover than if you just focus on yourself for a few hours or a few days until you feel good. The last message that it's I'm sure there are people who had very good example working moms at the same time, and available responding mothers at home. They have very good role models, like they can automatically see how things works in difficult days and situations, because they already have a blueprint of what's supposed to be when you want to succeed developing a certain career or creating a certain business or finishing a school program. But if you don't have this blueprint or role model in your life, in your family, or you grow up without seeing it, but you know that there are people who could succeed, it's very good that you can draw yourself and what you want to be. But at the same time, drawing what you want to be is not enough to really come to reality, to perform how you can be what you want to be if there is no role model in front of you. So it is okay that you search for a group of people that they can not really search like kind of crazy going and looking for people, but it's a very good idea to listen to mothers like you, like me, on YouTube or on some internet forums. Hear from them, read what they are doing, how they could adopt every day. That's why blogging actually for working and student moms is very useful, and it was even resourceful for me to put my strength together every time I get weak, every time I feel I'm kind of lost. Not lost because I don't know what I want, but because I'm lost in between how I can do what I want. So it's really helped in a way or another that when you watch different people, different experience and reflections from different country, different culture, different religion, how they could really make it because we are all at the end in this together. I came to the end of this episode. I hope I really gave something very useful, interesting for you, especially that we don't want our hearts be broken. We don't want parenthood, and specifically here about mothers. We don't want our parenthood cost us an arm and a leg. I hope I don't lose my leg. And we don't want to cause us living sadly poor, messy life. And we don't want to be that mom who is a big mess, or that parent who doesn't know how to make it. I don't want to freak out anyone, but at the same time I'm assuring everyone that there are a lot of points when we come to a mess, but we just need to know that we are in a mess and we need to resolve it. Somehow we need to solve it, and we can do it. We just need to take ourselves the time to readjust for everything and look for what we really need to solve to get ourselves better and going through this experience happily, and investing in ourselves and in our children, and make them see us in a good role model for them, that when they become parents themselves, they know how to do it, and it becomes easier for them to cope life challenge being a parent, and keep working and studying. So please, if you like this video, give it a thumb up, subscribe to my channel. I would be so happy to see subscribers who are interested in such topics that I'm putting in my channel, and I would really love to read comments. I don't know why, for some reason people are not encouraged enough to comment in my channel. Please write a comment. I would love to read comments. At least write comment in my comment. That would be so silly to write a comment in the comment section as a comment. Anyway, I got crazy now, so I would say goodbye, take care of yourself, and have a wonderful parenthood, and have a great parenthood, especially for you, sweet mama. Goodbye.